What's up, guys? So, you read the title. So, today we're going to be talking about gt404. So, as we know already, it is a undercover YouTuber. And so, let's go over the clues. Alright, and I'm going to tell you my opinion. So, of course, at first, I thought it was Kanon, because, it would make sense. He hasn't been on the internet for a while, so he would have the time for it. Sadly, it was not with clue 6, so I'll explain. So, the first clue was that it was not J-Man. And not gonna lie, this was not surprising at all, because no one really expected it to be him. Just simply because, he he had been uploading and he'd been active on his main channel, so he just wouldn't have the time for it, which, makes sense. So, clue number 2, however, was that it was a finger painter. Now, finger painter stuck out to me, as you can't really get finger painters anymore. And you're probably wondering what I mean by that. So, basically, the whole thing is that they replaced finger painters with illustrator badges, right? So, that being said, there are no new finger painters. So, then I started brainstorming, and I boiled it down to either Elliot, Kanon, well, there's really only 2, but so that's who I boiled it down to. And I'm pretty sure I know who it is now. But clue number 3 was that it wasn't Mellow Melt. Now, people are going to say down in the comments. And while you're at it, drop down in the comments who you think it is, because I could always be wrong. And I have a couple theories. But drop down in the comments who you think it was. But basically, clue number 3 was that it wasn't Mellow Melt. Now, a bunch of people are saying it was Mellow Melt because Mellow Melt said it was him on stream. But that's actually wrong. He told his viewers to clip it, and he was lying. So, yeah. So, basically, I was still down to Kanon and Elliot. Clue number 4 comes around. The clue is they have 100k or more subs. They have at least 100k subs. So, of course, gotta do some digging. So, still, Kanon or Elliot. Then, hold up, I forgot what clue 5 was. 1 second. Clue 5 was that Mel lied, which I just kind of explained already. So, we're not gonna worry about that too much. But, so, with that being said, there is still one thing, Kanon or Elliot. Well, clue 6 released, right? And the clue was that they have uploaded this year. So I'm thinking, that eliminates Kanon immediately, because, he hasn't uploaded since 2024, sadly. I hope he comes back in 2026. But, so now it's down to Elliot, or Demetrius, I think is his name, can't remember. But, so, I start running through the videos. So in the first video, when the dude is singing the song, it sounds so much like Elliot, and I just couldn't help but notice that. And then in the song, it's the same, like, music software that Elliot gets his songs from, because they're licensed songs, not a copyright-free song. So there's always that. So, Elliot. And why I think it's Elliot. So, basically, I think that it's Elliot, and it's been Elliot this whole time. Until I realized Elliot could just be the one running the channel, or he could be just editing the videos. Not making the animations, but editing the videos, which is also very possible. So comment down below who you think it is, and this is gonna be a little special video. I'll make a video when it's announced who it is. But like and subscribe. Goodbye, guys.